Hey guys, what's up? Thought I would do a really quick update on things and also do a full video on top of that, but I just want to update some stuff. Oh, this is so freaking good. I was over at the Japanese steakhouse. Damn, they know how to cook some steak. Filet mignon. God, this is good. Anyway, one, I guess it's not right to talk with your mouth full, but fuck it, I'll be vulgar. One, we're in the month of August, which means my birthday is coming up. And some of you guys might remember that I said that I wanted to do something for my birthday. I just didn't know what. As far as I mean, with YouTube. It's pretty much boiled down to two things. Do a blog TV, or make it some special thing where I get to play video games with you guys, like online. And the game I decided on was pretty much Diablo 2. I picked Diablo 2 because I think that I have the best chance of having the most people able to play with me with that game. The others I was thinking was either Neverwinter Nights 2 or Jedi Academy. The problem is I don't think many of you guys have Jedi Academy, and I think even fewer of you have Neverwinter Nights 2. Plus, if we were doing the Neverwinter Nights 2, it was going to take me a while to get the whole scenario set up, and I don't think I have the time. So it narrowed down to Diablo 2, which is just mindless. You go in, you kill things, you get loot. That's it. There's no guarantee that's what it's going to be, though. I might decide to do the blog TV instead. Or, what the fuck, I might decide to do both. We shall see. If I do decide to do the blog TV, though, I mean, I know some of you guys have been, like, asking me, how come you're not, when are you doing another one? When are you doing another one? You haven't done one in a while. You guys should know why I don't do them. Quite frankly, it's because, once again, it's that whole celebrity thing. And I don't see myself as that. And, I mean, while I did have fun doing them, it's still that whole thing about, oh, you get to see Sword Sage. And I'm like, I'm just a dude out here trying to make it. That's it. There's nothing. I'm just a motherfucker out here trying to make ends meet. And then I put up videos on YouTube where I express my opinions on stuff. Nothing really all that special about that. But what the hell? I might decide to do it anyway because I like communicating with you guys, and I might want to have a co-host with it as well. I was thinking Richard Coughlin, because that guy is just freaking hilarious. I've talked to him on occasion every now and then. And his latest batch of videos, I don't know, it just seems like he's on like almost the same freaking wavelength I'm in, so whatever. One other quick thing. Do not be surprised if in the next couple of months I suddenly disappear. I don't want to say this to scare people. It's just that I'm having a major fight with my mortgage company right now. I thought I had gotten everything taken care of. Let me give you guys a piece of advice if you do this, if you are lucky enough to get a home, especially with the economy we have right now. Whatever you do, if you have not gotten a home yet and you're shopping around for a mortgage, do not, repeat, do not, big fucking D on capital letters, do not go with Bank of America. Just don't. Don't do it. And if you find out that the company you're with is going to end up selling your mortgage to Bank of America, try desperately to get out of it. These people are crooks. They will fuck you over any chance that they get. And these guys have completely lied to me and have completely fucked me over, and I am this close to losing my house now. I do not know what's going to come of it. I'm still fighting it. There is a chance that I could beat it. I don't know. But if I suddenly disappear, I just wanted to warn you guys now, that's what's going on. So with that out of the way, let me not make this just a stupid update, waste of your time video. You guys have seen the videos, the last two videos I've put up. Actually, you want to hear something funny? The last couple of videos I've put up, one of the videos I put up, the one where I answered some dude's question about whether or not black people were better off in Africa than here, pissed off pretty much a racist black guy. The video I put up about, basic human rights, pissed off a white racist. Actually, it's funny. I got trolling comments from two black people on the other one, and then I get trolling comments from two racist white people in the later video. I'm really tempted to kind of get those guys share their names with each other and then just see what happens, especially since both those idiots seem to think that I'm arguing for the other side and I'm not. You guys all know I hate all human beings equally, so it doesn't really matter. I'm not defending any group of people, nor do I wish I was with another group of people, nor am I you know, denying who I am or whatever bullshit fucking charge that people have. I just find this really interesting. But this type of stuff, you know, arguing this over and over again, all it does is just put me in a bad mood. So instead, I'd like to go on something completely different. I'm just going to go in completely, you know, in a completely different direction, come out of left field, and I'm going to tell you guys a story. Just a life story. Because I just felt like it. And then I figured, you know, with all the really serious freaking videos that I've been putting out, why not go lighthearted? This event actually happened in my life. It happened in my childhood. And the names will be changed to protect the guilty. So this was back when I was living in New York. I was born and raised there. We were living in Staten Island. And I lived in a pretty much working class suburban neighborhood. The families there were, you know, average type people. We took really good care of that neighborhood too. Well, I shouldn't say we, my parents, the people, you know, the adults took really good care of that neighborhood. Never really had any problems with it. Affluent, you know, middle class, black and Hispanic, some white people there. But I mean, that was a really well kept neighborhood. Anyway, I had a few friends of mine. One of them I'll call, the ones who, it was Jacob and his two brothers, this is Jacob, Simon, and Alan. That's what I'll call them. Jacob was the eldest brother. He and his brothers were, you know, well known in the neighborhood. And one talent they had was they were really good with bikes. Not just riding them, but building them. Like if there was like a bike somewhere else that was busted, had messed up wheels or whatever, they would just put spare parts together and make you a really well working bike. The back porch usually always had like bike parts in there. They could fix any flat tire. They could rebend any bent rim. I mean, these guys knew what they were doing. So one particular day, I happened to have been on one of the bikes that Jacob had been working on, he and his brothers. And this bike was pretty much already completed, except it didn't have brakes. Now, this was an old BMX bike, actually. At least I think it was a BMX bike. But you know how you're able... Actually, okay, you know what? I'm wrong. It couldn't have been, because if it was an old BMX bike, then this would not have happened. You know how you're able to pull back on the pedal of those old, you know, one-speed bikes, and that's the brake? You know, you just pedal backwards. This thing didn't have that. So I'm thinking it was a 10-speed converted to be kind of like a BMX, but it didn't have the handle brakes. So pretty much the only way you could stop was to drag your feet on the ground, like, you know, quickly stop. Which meant you shouldn't really go too fast. So we had, you know, ridden our bikes, and I was testing this bike, and we went toward the end of our street, and the end of our street had a paralleled with a hill. And here I am at the top of that hill, and it led down to a busy cross-section, busy street. Now, of course, there's no way in hell I'm going to try to ride my bike down that way. I mean, I'm asking for trouble. This thing didn't even have any freaking brakes. But here I am, stupid me, on the top of this freaking hill, with my, you know, rather idiotic and wild friends behind me, and of course Jacob goes, "Yo, I wonder how cool it would be if we went down this hill." Now, to be fair, we've gone down that hill at top speed many times, but not on a freaking bike with no brakes. And so I was like, hell no, I'm not doing that. You must be out of your fucking mind. And all the other kids are talking about how cool it would be, you know, be able to get there and then kind of like spin out and stop that way, almost like a motorcycle and all that. And I was like, yeah, it would be cool, but, you know, you'd only be able to do that if you're on freaking brakes. So then Jacob is like, he looks at me and says, "Come on, why don't you just try it out?" and slaps my back. And I wasn't prepared for that. And my feet kind of lift off as he hits me, and down I go. Imagine this. This is the scene. Behold, me barreling down the boulevard on a bike bereft of brakes, heading towards the busy intersection below. To say I wasn't screaming, I was screaming my head off was an understatement. And I'm desperately trying to stop the freaking bike, and my, you know, my foot's doing all this on the ground because I was already going at, you know, top speed. I could not stop myself. I, being a kid, didn't really know how to spin out that way, and plus I was afraid if I did that, I'd fall. And there was no way to stop the bike. Obviously I survived, otherwise I wouldn't be here to tell this story. But the funny thing about it was when I went through, because I did end up crossing that street. I went right, it sped right down to the bottom of the hill, me screaming like a maniac. And somehow I got to the other side and not a single car hit me. Not one. When I got across the street and I was all set to kill Jacob with my bare hands, all the other kids were staring in amazement because they said that they said that I'm coming down and there were 2 cars that actually just about hit me and I just barely got past them. That would have explained all the honking. But I don't remember actually that. I don't really remember that event. My memory right now is just me speeding down and me screaming, and suddenly I made it to the other side. Yeah, that really happened. And some of you guys might be going, well, that's a funny but pointless story. Why bring that up? Well, how many of you guys have funny but pointless stories about your childhood? Most of us, right? But none of us got anything in common? Catch you guys later.